71304, Terak, Creature of Earth, and 71309, Onua, Uniter of Earth. So yeah, we're reviewing two sets in the same review again. And it's mainly because these two go together, and I'm pretty sure that the next year, if they make another Toa, like another version of these Toa, then they're probably gonna have a buddy that goes with them that they've gotta unite with or combine with, or you take the parts off of one and you put it on the other, sort of a thing. So yeah. And the reason why I got Onua is because I got the 2015 version of Onua, so I mean, why not kind of keep that going? And also because Earth is the best, and the reason why is because it rocks. So yeah. So check out the back of Terak here. And not much really to look at. And then we'll take a look at Onua. And yeah, got Umrak over here doing some crazy stuff. And then Terak's in there and he leads Onua to get a mask, and they get a mask and they combine, and then they beat up Umrak because he's bad. So yeah, and apparently that's quite possibly what the mask could look like. I don't know. So I'd considered getting Skull Basher, I think his name was, with the guy with the big axes, only because it had that corrupted Pakari, or the Mask of Earth, and decided wasn't really worth it. But I do kind of want to support Bionicle. Like, I do like it being back, and these sets, they seem to be really cool. I like them. So, or at least, like, from what I've seen, I like what I'm seeing, and it made me get these two. And also, these two, the most pieces for, like, when you buy both of them together, you get more pieces than any other combination of characters. So, yeah. Anyway, let's build and then review these guys. We're going to go over this one, and then we're going to go over this one. And we got skip buttons for you, just in case. So here we are with Terak, Creature of Earth. And he is pretty cool. I did watch Journey to One, and he is probably the most adorable out of all the creatures, because he ends up like standing upright and kind of waddles a bit. It's really funny. But yeah, and so just kind of gives more reason why I got him over any other of the other creatures, and like any other Toa, since he combines with Onua. So yeah, we got the little trap thing, closes up all the way, and can open all the way. You can have it just stand like that. I don't know. Got piercing eye up in front, and inside it's just got these click hinges. So that's pretty cool. You can't really trap him. I mean, maybe with like a head. So, I mean, these traps are a little small, but what are you gonna do? But yeah, other than that, pretty cool. I like these pieces that are going on, and I like the fact that it's got little drills. So, I mean, they're making the bad guy also pretty cute. So, yeah. And then we move on to Terak himself. Looks pretty cool. And he has like, this is the only problem that I have with him is the fact that he's got open ball joints right there. And I think part of the reason why I got Onua in 2015 is that I knew that he didn't have any exposed ball joints. Like, you can see on every other Toa from 2015, they use that Hero Factory torso, or your standard CCBS torso, and because the arms were connected to a gearbox, then there was nothing to attach to those parts on the torsos, and it was like, well, you got like these open ball joints, like what the heck? And now it's happening here because they use the little mini version of this torso. So you got like the head, there's your shoulders, and there's your hips right there. It's all just one piece. So same one that's used in the protectors. So, which, by the way, are currently like on sale in Lego stores. So, or they were. They might be out now. But just letting you know, they were in the clearance sale bin at my store. So yeah. Then I guess the only other thing really to mention, I mean, like, he's got the ball joints on here. So pretty nice. And same with the arms. They can just move in and out. Put that back down. No knees. Kind of hard to work with these legs. But you've got a gear function on the back. You lift the tail up, the arms go back, and then you can just slash them down. So, super weird looking head for a mole, but I mean, it's the same head that's used for everybody, so again, not much you can really do about that. Got these crazy looking things on him. And these are supposed to be eyes right there. They even kind of changed the color a little bit on the instructions, just for looks and to kind of help define where that eye is again. And that's really not much else to them. We got these cool pieces, and these ones, they're actually transparent, like straight clear, not trans purple, which is interesting. Because I think even like all the images show it like this, where it's kind of purple, but I've heard from other reviewers that, I mean, that just makes this piece more usable in mocks, because then you don't have to worry about that specific color being used. But I mean, it goes trans purple on his head, so why didn't these go to trans purple? I don't know, it's not that big a deal. And it looked good. They look good. I like it, and it goes well with what's going on with the back of his head. And the only other thing, and it's not really a complaint, but it's a concern for me, these purple claw pieces, they're transparent. Transparent pieces on their own can crack just by use alone. Clips also crack just on use alone. Like, if you keep using clips, I've had them break on me, so it's pretty disappointing. And so now seeing these transparent purple claws that are attached by clips, you can see that's nothing but a clip. It very much worries me, so that, like, if at some point I really wanted to make something and I needed these claws, I'd be very hesitant to trying to take them off and use them, because then, you know, clips on, they just break on me anyway, and now they are a not as flexible plastic. So, but the good news is you get 10 of them. You got 5. Oh wait, no, you got 4, because I know how to count, on each hand, claw, paw, whatever you want to call it, and then 2 on his head. So now, with Terak out of the way, we'll go over Onua. So here we are with Onua, Uniter of Earth, and he is really cool. I like him. I like him a lot. He is very beefy, and I mean, he just looks tough. The only thing is that from the show, his torso is even just a little bit bigger, but I'm okay with how it looks right now. He looks massive, and I love it. And he's fairly massive. Like, I didn't get any of the other Toa sets from last year or this year. The only thing I can really compare him to is the two sets I got from last year, which I will be doing, and then also like a Roxy from 2003. So I really can't compare him to anything, and that Roxy is very spindly compared to this guy. So I mean, with all the armor pieces on top of just your standard shells, it really does bulk him out. He looks more powerful, and I think that's partly because of the transparent purple bones and these rib cage pieces that are now acting as the shoulder armor. So that's really cool. The only part of him that's not really all that armored is his back, and that's kind of understandable because you need to fit the creature on there. So I mean, come on. So I don't know. I'm making stuff up as I go, like I always do. What do you guys do? So, and then the feet, they could have been a different color. Them being in gunmetal isn't too bothersome. There's a little bit of gunmetal there, and then he's got silver on his mask and his weapon. But I do think that maybe, like, if they were black, maybe that would make a difference. I don't know. I mean, his feet were black before. So, I don't know. Apparently, Akimu made this this new armor for the Toa. It's not like they automatically changed through magic or protodermis and like they weren't adapting to something. It was like this is stuff that was made for them. So I don't know, maybe all that Akimu had was gunmetal, kind of like the Lego group. They needed to get rid of all these giant Hero Factory mech pieces because apparently that's what these things are from. But I absolutely love this piece. It's huge. It's I mean, like it's probably too big of a piece. It's like really usable, but it fits with Onua. I think it really works. So again, we got these crystal pieces. Again, transparent clear, so you get these two sets, and you get 4 of them. We also got 4 more of this armor from the first year, or 2015, whatever. And it's really it when it comes to arms and legs. The torso is really cool. I like it. People have complained that it's a bit too detailed. I'm not going to say that they're not wrong. I mean, that's clearly their opinion. And I do think it might be a bit too much, but it's only just this one spot. And even though it is a big piece, it doesn't really seem to bother me, but I also don't really have a vast knowledge of all the different Bionicle pieces that we have gotten over the years and how they've changed, and now we're trying to like bring back some of that detail that the original generation of Bionicle had. But new pieces all around in this section because oh, there we go. He now has this waist function. Instead of an arm function on the back, it's now a waist function. And apparently, when you turn these gears, like, mine has some slight squeaking. That's bad. Sometimes, like, apparently it really squeaks. I've noticed more that it's just like when you first start off trying to move the gear, it squeaks, and then it's a bit more loose. However, I mean, you guys just saw that, like, while I was moving this, apparently it all came loose, and it didn't want to work anymore. So, yeah. But I do like this waist function because it does give just that little bit of extra movement that you need to make your poses look even better. So it is really cool. Yeah. And then we've got this stuff going on back here, and it's really just adding a little bit more. Well, let's take his weapon apart for a second. Just a little bit more bulk. You've got like a Borak eye going on right there, and when you look from the side, you can see that sticks out. So it does make his upper body just a little wider, or it appears that way. And yeah, you just saw these shoulder pieces, or not shoulder pieces, but this armor. It is posable, so like if you move the arm up, it will move with it and not just be static. Like you look at those original pictures and they didn't look like they would move. So now you know that they move if you didn't already know, because, you know, I don't normally do Bionicle, and so you watch somebody else's review. I don't know. One complaint I guess you can make about the torso is that this gold is a different shade of gold as compared to the pieces molded in gold. I would argue that that's a little bit of a problem, especially when you have 2015 Onua, and I'm just going to throw them in here for a second. That gold matches that gold, so... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really think it's more nitpicky than anything else. It's not really a problem to me, because it still doesn't look all that bad, and you probably won't really notice it too much unless it gets pointed out, and then you see it for the rest of your life. I don't know. His eye color has changed to blue, and there's not much room back here, so you can hardly see any eye color. You know, like you can see it there, but only because I'm getting it right where the light can like hit this and go in. Like if as soon as I move it more towards you, you can still kind of see it. I don't know. I kind of wish that he had the green eyes like he had before, just because he originally had green eyes. It's not the same shade of green, but I mean, he originally had green eyes back in 2001, so... I don't know, I miss the green eyes, so... Anyway... Still has that same function of popping off, and we'll just kind of get a close-up of this mask. Maybe there's enough light, maybe there isn't. Maybe we can get the camera to focus on the beast. So yeah, I do like this design a lot, and I do like this little thing going on right there, where it's a little, I don't know, just little runes and stuff like that. So I don't know, in some ways I wish it was just a solid color, but I do think that this little bit of gray kind of helps bring in this gunmetal that's on him, and then the silver that's on his weapon. So just throw on his golden mask. And it's melded with transparent purple. So, if you ever get this set, this is entirely possible to be a meld design that you also get. So, not really good or bad. I mean, it's a thing. Why they have to find golden masks again, not sure. I mean, it does kind of help with the unification and stuff like that, but, you know. So, anyway, let's talk about the weapon. So, finally, his hammer is actually long enough that it can be held by two hands like it was shown in the animation in 2015. You just had that short little hammer before, and now it's this bigger, more like a, I don't know, it's just a two-handed thing. Whatever. I don't know, words, you know. Yeah. So, first time ever getting this drill piece. Super cool. Like, I don't know, we'll see if I ruin anything with this. There we go. It only attaches by having it line up with these gears. I had no idea that that's what happened. And it looks really cool. Okay, the piece does look cool, but that's not what I mean. I mean, that's just a really cool idea. It's a very neat function. So, yeah, you get these other big drill parts on it, and it does rotate because on the other side, and this rotates too, so you don't have to like pop the piece out and then turn it around and put it back in. It rotates on here for easier access. Now, the one problem with that though is that eventually that will become loose, and so then you won't be able to do that anymore. But then on here you've got the stud launcher. There you go. So you just have to turn the drill in the back, and then it will, oh come on, it had to go all the way over there. Sorry, piece is on the ground. We're gonna move you guys for like 2 seconds, okay? It's probably longer than 2 seconds. It's as if it didn't even happen. Ah, there we go. So yeah, and these studs are in transparent purple. Why were they not in transparent purple before? Nobody will ever know. But what is nice is that the stud launcher was in mind. So we had this put in there. Not really sure why. I mean, it's more of just to fill in that hole that was there. Because on this side, we actually get the ammo stored in there. I'm not even going to worry about it. Alright, so point is, you've got a place to store the ammo. Which means, if you really wanted to, you could take off all the purple on, what's-her-face, Corgo, and replace it all with transparent purple. And I don't know if that necessarily makes it look all that better. I mean, I've only got it in one spot, but it kind of makes the set a lot darker because this transparent purple is up against these dark colors. So if you really wanted to, you could switch them out. I'm not going to. I kind of feel like that purple helps balance it out. There's enough trans purple on this guy that, like, there's so much of it that just, if it was this other purple, like kind of what's on his torso, maybe it wouldn't look as good, but whatever. So anyway, now that we've wasted enough time, let's put him in Unity mode, you know? So first you have to get Terak, and then let's just make sure that he's all ready to go. Make sure that, like, he's just all splayed out. And then just hook these two together like that. Reason why he's got a long neck is so that his head can hook around and be moved with Onua. Like, it doesn't actually hook into place, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to move this head just to get it to look right. There we go. So we got that going on. The legs, I'm still not quite sure what to do with the legs. I kind of just help hook it on to his hips, I guess. Oh. I guess you just kind of hook it onto the hips. And then they say that you're supposed to put the claws like up here. And I saw Shadowgear 6335's review of this. And personally, I kind of like his method of just putting it more on the sides. Because it helps him look a little beefier. And it flows better. So now you've got this version of Onua. Compare that. And we're going to just get the instructions out of the way. Do this version of Onua. Look at how huge this Onua is compared to this Onua. Now, I mean, I know I've got him a little more crouched, but he's also a little crouched. Like, standing this guy up, he's going to go up like that much. Stand this guy all the way up, and he's going to go up about the same amount. It really doesn't make a difference. Look at the difference. It's amazing. So, yeah, this poor 2015 version. I do feel like maybe it's a little more unified, ironically, because this one's called Uniter of Earth, and this one's just Master. But in terms of like these shell pieces and these armor pieces, just they fit together. Same with these silver pieces. Everything kind of looks like it's all the same. Now there is more detail though that's going on with this version of Onua. So like having all these spikes on him, having these crystal pieces, especially once you get these other crystal pieces on there, it works. So I don't know. Yeah, he's good. I do have one other thing, and it's a little modification that I did. So what you have to do is you have to take Terak off and just leave him alone. Then, and like Onua even says this in the show, I hate maces. So apparently Akimu's just a jerk giving Onua a giant mace. And the reason why I keep my 2015 version of Onua in this stance where he's got his shredder claws is because, honestly, I didn't really care for that hammer all that much. So, here we go. And it's going to make your Onua be a little more unified. Your Uniter of Earth will look more unified when you take off Terak's paws and you give them to Onua. Now, slight problem to where like there's not as much movement. You can remove the transpurple shells off of these transpurple bones, but then you've got really skinny looking arms. But when you do that, he now has bear claws, like just giant bear claws. He's got his shredder claws back, and honestly, I kind of want to like maybe get another one of Terak just so I can do this, and I'll just leave his hammer alone somewhere because this version of Onua just looks better in my opinion because his hands are huge, which matches huge feet, and you know what that says? No, it's just it complements those ginormous feet, and then it kind of gives. So apparently, we hit the limit on the thing. So I've been talking about Onua too long, but I don't know, like, gold mask still looks good. I've also had it to where it just had his regular mask. He still looks amazing like this. So personally, if you do happen to get Onua and Terak, and you don't really care about Terak all that much, I mean, I still like him, and I'm probably gonna put him back like this. But if I ever have the desire, maybe like if I see that these guys are on clearance or something, I'll get another Terak and just give him these big claws because, man, if this Onua was to fight this Onua, who do you think's gonna win? Because, like, this guy's huge, and he's got massive claws with, like, little articulated fingers. Little, like, articulated claws in there as well. Against this guy. Now, I mean, like, big upper body, big everywhere else. So, like, he just looks more muscular everywhere. And, I think that he could take down this version of Onua, which just goes to show that, you know, they are actually giving the Toa more power, I guess. I don't know. I'm just fooling around. But, yeah, personally, I mean, I do like this better. I think it does work, and it's just, yeah. The only downside is that you can't move his hands back. Like, they can go like this, but they can't do that, so. Yeah. So anyway, this has been MCLegoboy with 71304, the unarmed Terak. And 71309, Onua, the Uniter of Earth, with Terak's hands. So yeah, this has been. Oh wait, no, give me a second. You can take the mask, because I can't find anywhere to put this golden version of this mask, and just stick it in a bear trap. And call it good. So yeah, that's the end of the review. See you guys. Alright, so check this out. This is a thing that you can do. Just saying. So yeah, you take the hammer. You give Terak Onua's hands. You stick the 4-length rod that was sticking out of this one on here, just so that it's somewhere safe, and then you just give the rest to of the hammer drill thing, mace, to the hammer drill mace gun. You give that to him too, and then you got, yeah. Yes. So I think I might just leave these two as like this, because I absolutely love Onua like this. So yeah. See you guys.